this is my favorite time of year. I'm back up on the hill here in Cooperstown. The snow is drifting down ever so lightly, which brings me to an interesting point. I bet you're getting excited about snowboarding.
You know I am. The mountains around Vancouver are just getting covered in snow. And, you know, frankly, Mike, I'd like to get off the phone and maybe go take the board up and run some hills for a while. What do you think?
Well, but by the looks of your office there, it looks like you want to go play a musical instrument from here.
You know what it really is? So the other side of the office where I usually shoot is just a little messy today. So now we got the harp and the piano and that stuff around me. But you know, speaking of looks, man, you got the big boy clothes on. What are you doing with a tie?
Well, you know, I tried everything to outdo you and nothing worked, so I figured I'm going to try to outdress you.
Well, as you can see by the way I look today, that didn't take very much. Well, hey, besides snowboarding...
And just so you know, this is not a clip-on, just so you know that.
Oh, now you're totally disappointing me. I got nothing to complain about with you today.
I'm looking straight.
I do have one thing to complain about. I hear you just got back from a rather amazing vacation that I didn't get to have. Where'd you go? What'd you do?
Hey, you know, listen, Nolan, I thought, you know, that I've seen and done it all. I've been on a lot of cruise ships. I've been on a lot of neat places, but I'm going to tell you something. I just took a trip that has to be one of the most fantastic experiences I've ever had. It was a river cruise by AmaWaterways down the Danube River. And Nolan, I'm telling you, it was extraordinary.
You know, okay, I was going to tease you about the clip-on tie, but now I'm going to tell you how jealous I am because that's something I've always wanted to do. I mean, I've dreamed of that. What made you decide to do a river cruise? Because I know you and Barbara, you like the ocean cruises.
Well, it was always on my bucket list too, and I was a little bit weary of it because they're smaller and because of the way they're set up. I didn't want to go too soon. And I'm going to say this because it's going to sound funny, but I didn't want to be too soon in my life or too young. I wanted to wait till I could really enjoy the scenery and the relaxation. And finally I got to the point, because you don't know this, but I'm pretty old, Nolan, that I got to the point that I said, now is the time to go. And I had an opportunity, and here's the funny part. Most people go in the summer. I went in November, where it's gloves and scarves and hats. And I think I hit a home run because there was no crowds. The Christmas markets were up all along the Danube. It was just absolutely fantastic. From the ship was cool. It was just fantastic.
That's amazing to me because, you know, when you start talking about winter and any kind of a cruise, initially that's just not sounding very good to me unless it's in the Caribbean. But what you just described sounds pretty amazing.
But what really stuck out, Nolan, and this reminds me of Disney, it reminds me of Nordstrom's, it reminds me of Zappos, is the people from AmaWaterways. Absolutely, from the first one, the first encounter to the last encounter, these folks were very, very special in the way they treated their guests. It was extraordinary.
Wow. Well, you know, this is such a good way for us to wrap up 2012 with the Mike and Nolan Show, because how many times have we said over and over and over again, it's you that is the product. The product is people. The product is not a cruise or a tour or a hotel room. It's the people, including the travel agent and including those wonderful folks that work in the resorts and on the cruise ships. And it sounds like you did hit a home run with this one, buddy.
Well, I strongly recommend that people, if it's on your bucket list, I strongly recommend you take it off your list and do it.
And just
do the check mark. And the sooner the better, because I tell you, this is going to be a popular trend. This is really going to hit home. And with that, I think the rivers are going to get, you know, more and more, I'm going to use the word crowded, but it's popular. Now's the time to go. This spring, boy, this is the way to do it.
Well, you know, this show is all about helping travel agents to be more successful at what they do, not just hear about how groovy your vacation was. So, you got any advice for the agents who might be listening in relationship to this?
This is going to be a hot topic. The audiences are going to hear about this over and over and over again. and it's a perfect opportunity for travel professionals to get in, give a presentation, show some slides, address all the questions, and position themselves as the go-to source. Now, that being said, Nolan, and you can tell I'm so excited about this topic, that if you have someone on the fence, have the travel agents call me. I'll sell them for you.
You know, as our listeners know, we don't ordinarily talk a lot about individual suppliers because we love them all. But every now and then, someone does something amazing, and we just feel like we got to give them a shout out. And this was a terrific shout out for AmaWaterways. And now, Mike, you've sold me. I'm ready to go.
Well, there you go. And I tell you, I would say more, except it would sound like a paid commercial, and it's not.
No, I promise you. If I got paid, I would have dressed up.
Well, listen, Nolan, if I don't talk to you before this, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
And a happy and healthy New Year with more fun, more memories, and more Mike and Nolan shows.
Well, if I don't break my leg snowboarding, maybe I'll be the next one to take one of those river cruises. But hey, stay tuned and check on me a little later today.
I'll put an APB out on you.
Sounds good. Hey, thanks, Mike. This was fun.
Okay, thanks. Don't talk to you later.
Bye.